Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, Knights? Just Rick here, and for DFO, I like doing this thing where I kind of go over all of the update, kind of do a little update recap. For those of you guys who are not staying all the way up to date with this game and you want a quick rundown of what's going on in game, I kind of like doing that, and I'm going to try to do the same for Tree of Savior, since like I said, it is going to be one of the main games on the channel now. First and foremost, this is the biggest one. The class point support system is an event going on right now that allows us to change our jobs 3, and I've even heard sometimes 4 times a day. It's really abusive. If you want to try out different characters, you can try out, you know, if I don't want to try out the Rodelero, you have the option to just change right away, because they're giving us every day 3,000 class change points, and we can just abuse that to the max. But we only got 1 week left. On the 29th, this is going to be ending, so right now we're really in an important time where we're kind of abusing the class change feature and kind of testing out various builds. So make sure you abuse that, because we've only got a week left, and then you got to stick with the character. So this is the only time that you're really going to get the freedom. Otherwise, you're going to have to earn your points yourselves. And if you can see by my weekly points already, these don't rack up very quickly. So another thing that they mentioned, that there's going to be like a server expansion or improvements to the server, most likely due to the fact that a lot more people are coming back to the game and trying the game out. So it should improve the server stability. I already noticed after the first day it was a little bit better, but the fact that they're going out of their way to expand the server and make it better is a great thing. There's another event, and I'm just going to put it on the screen. It's very easy to describe. Basically, every character that is below level 360 will be getting access to the weekend burning event, which basically gives you 100% EXP off of mob kills, and also 1 move speed, which is really shitty because my character's at 355. Like, come on now. They might have well just said, hey, this event is for everybody but Rick's main character. Like, are you kidding me? 360? Why does it stop at 360, yo? So anyway, I gotta tough it out, but, you know, everybody else, if you're below 360, it's a great time to level up. The weekend, just play all day and get that 100% EXP bonus, which I'll have you know, getting any kind of EXP rate increase is a great thing. It's if 100% is like if you kill one enemy, it's like you kill them twice, and you can really stack those on top of each other if you've got a lot of different returnee items and, you know, the token buff and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that you can do to kind of increase that. EXP tomes right there, ×4. This will really boost up your leveling very quickly, and you'll be able to catch up to me really swiftly like that. So make sure that you play TOS on the weekend for sure. The next and kind of last thing I want to talk about that's going on in game right now is they've actually added some things to the TP shop. I thought I should mention them because I've been meaning to get some costumes for my character. Costumes are being sold in the TP shop right now at 70% discount. And if you guys can see right here, TP, 39 TP for any of the old or existing, currently, look at how many there are, class costumes, which these are costumes that are not your base class costume. If you don't like any of the 3 class costumes that you have, you still have the option to wear one of these that are in the cash shop right here, and some of them actually look pretty decent. In fact, I'm almost certainly going to be grabbing one of these night ones. I like the Uzka costume. So 39 TP, that translates to $4 if you go into USD, and honestly guys, that's pretty dang cheap for a costume. I mean, compare that to other games that I play right now. I'm going to be buying a hell of a lot of costumes, even the ones that I didn't even think I was gonna get. I'm probably gonna pick up. Like this one, I can find somebody to use this. This is cool. Oh, this one especially. You know what? I might as well just get this right now. Let me go ahead and buy this right now. Get it right now. Yes, confirmed. And if you look at when you get this costume, it actually, unlike most costumes like this one right here, unable to trade, you have to stick it onto your own character. However, this costume right here is team storage tradable, it is marketplace tradable, and personal shop tradable. You can trade this to anybody, and it indeed changes your costume. $4 for a costume in this game, if you ask me, that's a steal. I play games that, you know, one costume, one stupid looking food costume is like $12, dude. You get 3 costumes for 3 of your characters. That's pretty dang sick, and it's all tradable. So you know what? Fuck it, I might as well go buy some more costumes because this is pretty sick. So anyway guys, that's what's going on in game. Let's go out of game because there's a few events and notices I want to talk about out of game too. Man, I'm hyped with this costume. Oh, sorry, before we go over, I actually forgot to mention that we did get sent compensation for the extended maintenance that we just had. They sent us 3 EXP tomes that last for 14 days. And if you didn't know, you can actually combine these to the higher grade ×4 EXP tome, and that will remove the 14-day limitation. So if you don't want to spend them in the 14 days, you can combine 4 EXP tomes. Like for instance, I got an extra one here. I can combine those 4 for a ×4 EXP tome that does not have a limited duration, which is kind of a nice way to cultivate these EXP tomes. You're also sent a challenge mode as well as instance dungeon reset vouchers, which are pretty nice. Just reset the entry count so you can go in a couple more times a day. That was with the gear grind weekends, which that part of the event was disabled, but we'll talk about that in a second. So couple things that we just got recently. Alrighty guys, we got a few announcements that occurred on the actual websites that I want to go through. First and foremost, Staff Bob says here that we've had an issue with the gear grind weekends. They say it's a known issue and we've already been compensated for those items as well. You see here are the instance and challenge mode vouchers entries, and anybody who's been affected will be reimbursed for that process here. You know, it was just something that happened over the weekends, but essentially they have disabled that portion of the event. If you guys don't know, the Gear Grind Weekend was actually a part of the Power of the Goddess event, in which case there were some things that were occurring on the weekend that gave you extra benefits. This was broken, and people kind of got screwed over, I guess I would say. So this part of the event is disabled. However, that does not mean that the rest of the events, because there are a ton of events that are related to this event, you know, a lot of different parts to it. But that first part right there, the Gear Grind Weekends, has been disabled for now until they fix it, and they're going to be fixing that at a later date. They have updated this page to reflect that as well, which is really nice. So shout out to them for being on top of that. In fact, I want to give Trey Savior a shout out in general for kind of keeping us up to date on any kind of bugs that exist after the patch. So for instance, we just have the patch on the 22nd and already on the 23rd. Here are some known issues already, some resolved issues that are resolved instantly, like Hoplite normal attack, and here's some ongoing issues that they know about that have not yet been fixed, which is really great. In fact, I don't really know any other game company that does this. I really do appreciate this, because oftentimes, you know, when they release a patch note, they'll sometimes put in notes about what they've fixed, like here are the improvements and bug fixes. However, we as a player base have no idea what they are doing internally or what bugs that they know about internally that they're working on. So this is an extra post after the patch notes that kind of addresses what they already know and what they're working on, which is really great. You can see it right here, the known issues here on January 23rd. That's really awesome. You know, it just tells us that they're working on them. If you don't see that bug listed here, maybe they don't know about it, that's when you go ahead and report it. That's also another reason, you know, you don't want to send a report unless they don't know about it yet. So anyway, that's about it, guys. I mean, some other things I didn't really mention, you know, they kind of fixed the guild shared storage. They've kind of fixed some companion names if you had an invalid name. Other skills in particular have been fixed up. And we do have one last thing I do want to mention as we end the video here. The Community Guide Hall of Fame, if we open this up right here, basically it's yet another event. This is kind of like an out-of-game event, but essentially they do have a pretty active forum here on Tree of Savior. And this is actually a really great resource for you guys. If you guys open up the forum, it's a really great resource for you guys to check out, especially nowadays, because people are talking a lot about their rebuild builds and, you know, what they're trying out and any kind of theory crafting going on. The forum is a pretty decent place to go look that up, among other forums like Reddit and stuff like that. But they do have an event that is related to that, and if you submit or update an existing game guide at the games, tips, and strategies portion of the forum, you can get these prizes right here. We got the Game Guide Creator title, a barbershop free gift, as well as the Goddess Blessed Cube. So it's really just kind of a way to reward players, especially in this very, I guess I could say, tumultuous time right now where we're all trying to figure out what's the best strategies, what the best builds are. This is a really good place for you guys to look that up right here in the tips and strategies portion of the forums, where people are kind of talking about what are guilds, what are the builds that we can do, uphill defense, anything you want to know about the game. People have probably already talked about it, and we've got to just update your guide to reflect the new rebuild patch, and you can get some prizes for it. So even if you're not the kind of guy who's writing guides, this is a great place to go ahead and read about guides. So that's one of the last things I want to talk about. Personally, I've been asked on several of my videos, hey Rick, can you make a guide on some things that new players should know about? And I'm just telling you guys right now, that's the next Tree of Savior video that I'm going to upload. However, it might take me a few days, and I just want to have you guys know that there's a lot of resources out there that can help you in this department that don't have to be just in video format. I mean, you can look on YouTube, you can look on the forums, you can look on Reddit, and you're going to see a lot of helpful information, because right now, I should just have you guys know, right now, a lot of the information might have been outdated with the rebuild patch, and people have to reimagine, you know, builds and strategies and directions that they're going with. Here's where a lot of people are talking right now, but I just want to have you guys know I'm working on that guide video. Just a few quick tips for you guys who are brand new to the game, trying the game out, like for instance, what gear you should keep, how should you approach the game, stuff like that, maybe some websites that are really useful. I'm making that guide right now. It'll be the next video uploaded on this YouTube channel for Tree of Savior. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was a little bit of the update that just happened on January 22nd, and I will catch you nights later. That was sick. Okay, I need to get myself a box. God dang it, that was cute.